Okay, so we find out right away, we see in her picture, Paige is in her room sitting at her computer. She's probably thinking, what can I do?
Okay, now this is kind of straight after where we left off yesterday.
Right.
No time has passed, and she kind of says to herself, Mr. Wilson can't hear Dad, but he'll see my message. Okay, remember that word hear from yesterday? Got another word to explain here, and it's message. A message is a spoken, written, or recorded set of words that is sent to someone or left for someone when you can't speak to them directly. So you phone somebody and they don't answer, you go, okay, I'll leave a message.
Right.
Or you use your phone to send someone a message and they can read it whenever they see it.
Yeah, you could even maybe write a note and put it on the fridge.
Absolutely, that is another kind of message.
Okay, so Paige is going to leave a message on the computer, but let's find out how. Here she says, I'll change the Wi-Fi name.
Oh, okay.
So she has a Wi-Fi name on her computer. She's going to send Mr. Wilson a message on the Wi-Fi name. He can see her Wi-Fi name too. So,
yeah, of course, because when you search for Wi-Fi's, you see all the local names. Yeah.
Right. So what she's going to do is she's going to change the Wi-Fi name. Change is a verb. It's spelled C-H-A-N-G-E, change. In the past tense, we can say changed, and past or present perfect, we can also say changed. Let's find out more about the verb change right now. When you change something, you stop doing or using one thing and start doing or using something else instead. One easy example is with your clothes. When you go to bed, you change your clothes, you stop wearing your normal clothes, and you put your pajamas on. You change your clothes. Here's another example sentence. Milton tried to change the subject and started talking about something else. Milton tried to change the subject and started talking about something else.
Now, what is she going to change? The Wi-Fi name. Now, you guys probably know what we mean when we say Wi-Fi. It's just a way for computers and other things to connect to the internet without plugging a wire into somewhere. So the Y stands for wireless. The phi actually doesn't really mean anything at all. When someone came up with a name, it was to make it sound like hi-fi, which is a high-quality sound system like speakers or speakers on your computer. So they just thought, well, hi-fi, that's a name, people know that, so we'll call it Wi-Fi, and it kind of fits and people will easily get it.
Right.
So she means she's going to change the name of her personal or the family's Wi-Fi network, which other computers can connect to get on the internet if they have the right password.
Okay, so let's look at the picture. Here in the picture, Paige starts typing. A new Wi-Fi name appears on her screen. So it pops up, and we're going to find out what it says here.
Yeah, we actually see it in the picture. The new Wi-Fi name is Please Stop Singing Now. And now is in all capital letters or all uppercase, which when we see it written down usually means someone is shouting.
Right, okay, so Paige says, there. Maybe it won't work, but it did make me feel better.
All right.
Okay, well, Paige started that sentence by saying there. Now, when we use there in this way, it's called an interjection. Now, an interjection can be a sound or a word that shows the way you feel about something. Now, the interjection there shows that you are happy that you have done something you wanted to do, or that you were right about something.
Like, there, I've done it. There, I told you.
Right.
And she also says, okay, maybe it won't work. Maybe this won't stop Mr. Wilson from singing. Now, that word maybe is an adverb. It's spelled M-A-Y-B-E, maybe, and it's our next word power word. So let's check it out. So the word maybe is used to show that something is possible or something might be true, but it's not 100% certain. Here's an example. Scott is not here. Maybe he went to the library to do his homework. Scott is not here. Maybe he went to the library to do his homework.
Okay,
There she go. So she's kind of, even if it doesn't work, she's kind of like, all right, well, I'm happy. I feel like I've got my anger out. So
right.
She's not a bad thing.
Yeah, she didn't say anything really bad. She just kind of made her point known, I guess. All right, so what happens the next day? Well, Paige wants to watch TV again.
Of course.
But Mr. Wilson starts singing once more. And here she says, oh no! Mr. Wilson didn't see my Wi-Fi message.
Okay, so it looks like maybe it didn't work. So Paige goes to her computer. She wants to check it. Maybe I forgot to hit enter and it didn't change the Wi-Fi name. I wonder why it didn't work.
Okay, so she looks at the Wi-Fi names and she says, what? The other Wi-Fi names are different now too. Oh,
okay.
So I think maybe Mr. Wilson hasn't seen the Wi-Fi names, but other people have.
Yeah, now we see in the article a picture of the screen. So Paige's Wi-Fi name, the Please Stop Singing Now, it's still there.
Right.
But there are other new Wi-Fi names too.
Let's see what they are. Wi-Fi 1 says, everyone can hear you. Now, everyone, again, is in all capital letters. So they're trying to show that everyone is more important. So everyone can hear you. We're all listening.
Okay, now Wi-Fi 2 is more direct. It says, it's so bad. And there's a lot of O's in that so to kind of emphasize just how bad the singing is.
Okay, well, Wi-Fi number 3 gets a little bit mean here. It says, please kill me now, which is, that's a harsh or a really mean way of saying your singing is bad. I want to die.
I would prefer to die than listen to the singing. Now, Paige is actually quite happy about this. She says, maybe now he'll get the message. So there's that word maybe again, that word message again. Now, when we use get the message in a phrase, we mean that the person will understand what is meant by a remark or an action. They will kind of, okay, I get what the problem is. I get why you're doing this. I fully understand now what that means.
Okay, well, here's another scenario. We're going to go to the next day. Paige still hasn't watched her show. And the next day, Paige is about to watch TV. What's going to happen?
Okay, now she probably holds the remote and is like looking around. She says, Mr. Wilson is quiet today.
Ooh, okay.
There's no singing. Now, to understand what that means, we have to look at the word quiet. It's spelled Q-U-I-E-T, quiet. It's an adjective, and it's our next word power word for the day. Now, the word quiet can mean not making much noise, or it can mean making no noise at all. Okay, so here's an example, one that you may be familiar with. The teacher told her students to be quiet during the test. The teacher told her students to be quiet during the test. Everybody, no talking, do your work.
Okay, so Paige is looking at the computer now, and she says, did it work? Okay, now she uses this question to ask about the different Wi-Fi name. Here, the it, as in did it work, means the different Wi-Fi name that Paige wrote. So Paige is wondering if her new Wi-Fi name helped achieve her goal. It's another way of asking, was it successful?
Yeah, when we tell someone, hey, try this or do something like this, we will often then ask, did it work? You know, did that plan, did that piece of advice, was that successful? So Paige is going to check her computer, maybe see if the other local Wi-Fi names have said anything, and she sees a new Wi-Fi name.
Okay, let's find out who it's from. Here in the article, we see Wi-Fi 4, and it says, sorry, I'll never sing again.
Aww.
Oh, that must be from Mr. Wilson. Okay, we saw the adverb never in that sentence. Never is spelled N-E-V-E-R, never, and it's today's last word power word. The adverb never means not at any time or not once. For example, I'll never go back to that restaurant. The food was terrible. I'll never go back to that restaurant. The food was terrible.
All right, so Mr. Wilson is saying, I'll never sing again. Never in his life. Okay, he's given up.
Right.
Which is, in the short term, that's good because Paige can watch her show. But is that really the right thing? And we see in the article, Paige is looking thoughtful.
She's thinking about this problem now, and she says, maybe we were too mean. Now, I think Paige's message was okay, but some of those other ones were kind of mean.
Yeah, and when everybody kind of starts saying, you're terrible, you're bad, I want to die, you're not going to feel good.
No.
So, we now see that Paige is changing her Wi-Fi name again.
Okay, let's find out what it says. It says, it's okay, just not so loud, please.
Okay, so...
That's a nice way of putting it. Keep singing, keep doing what makes you happy, just... turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, remember there are other people who can hear you. And we see that very soon, that Wi-Fi, the I'll never sing, there's another name in its place on the screen. Okay,
so Wi-Fi 4 has changed to I'll remember that in the future. Okay, so maybe I think Paige has made Mr. Wilson feel a little bit better here.
Yeah, and she's also solved her problem. They've kind of worked it out by being a little bit polite, but also firm and forceful.
Yes.
Don't be so loud. It's okay if you want to listen to music, but don't bother everybody else.
Right.
So now we see in the final picture that Paige is happily watching TV again. She can finally get back to her show.
All right, Harry and Jenna, what's going to happen?
We're not going to know.
No.
We're not going to know right now because we've reached the end of the article. Because Paige's problem is solved. Harry and Jenna, you can make up the ending. What do you think? Happy, sad, identical twin, whatever normally happens in a TV show.
Okay, let's get to our review time now before we finish up for the day.